Let me introduce to you two strategies that helped me and can help your students write with more style and fluency: sentence combining and imitation. Both are strategies I learned about in a book called Strategic Writing by Dr. Deborah Dean. First, let's talk about sentence combining. There are two methods of doing this. Method number one is when you start with a set of small sentences and rework them into one more complex and cohesive sentence. Step 1. Provide students with short, choppy sentences. You can do this by selecting a sentence you really like and breaking it into smaller chunks. Here's an example set I created using a sentence from Darkly by Marisha Pessel. Step 2. Have your students combine them in two different ways. You will have to model this for your students first. Here's a video of me combining the sentence set in front of a student. As you can see, it is not always fast or easy. This takes some serious brain power, and it can feel awkward. Showing them how to combine these sentences in real time will help them see that this takes practice and patience. Afterwards, give your students some time to try it for themselves. When they are first learning, this may take a bit, but be patient. Students will become better at this with time. Step 3. Read both of your newly combined sentences and choose your favorite version. Then explain why. Here's a tip. Read your new sentences out loud. Seeing how they flow when spoken aloud really helps reinforce ideas of fluency and structure. Make sure you model this for them too. Then mark your favorite one and tell them why you liked it best. I chose my first combination because I felt like it was more straightforward and sounded better when I said it out loud. Now, give your students a few minutes to do the same. After, have them share their favorite with a partner. This is a hugely important step. All of your students will have combined their sentences in completely different ways. That's actually the goal. When they share and compare what they have created, they will see that there's no one right way to do this. Writers get to make any choice they want, and all the choices they make matter. Step 4. Last, come back together as a class and show your students the original sentence you created your set from. It is important to remind them that showing them the original is not for correction. This opens up powerful conversations around craft. Why do you think the author chose this specific structure? What is its effect? And what is the effect of the favorite combination you just chose to share with your partner? How is it different than the original? Talking about this together will help them learn why the choices they make as a writer matter. Now let's talk about method 2. This is very similar, but instead of starting with several small sentences, you begin by giving your students a single well-written sentence and have them rearrange it. Step 1. Provide the sentence. For this example, I've pulled another sentence from Darkly by Marisha Pessel. Step 2. Have your students rearrange the words in at least 2 new ways. Here is a mnemonic from Dr. Dean's book that can help you and your students with the rearranging process. D. Delete unnecessary words. R. Rearrange words and chunks. Put the chunks in different orders. Have them try putting the end of the sentence at the beginning, or vice versa. There are so many options. A. Add connectors. F. Form new verb endings. Change up the tenses. And T. Talk it out. Reading things out loud is the biggest help for all of these sentence play exercises. Saying things out loud makes it click. Students will be able to tell naturally what sounds right and what doesn't. Again, this is best when you model. Show your students yourself in real time rearranging your sentence. Then, give your students some time to do the same. Step 3. This is the same as in method 1. Mark your favorite and explain why. I chose my second option because I thought it better emphasized the chaos of the fall. Have your students complete step 3 as well. my student chose his first option because it had stronger sentence fluency. Step 4. Discuss and compare. Have your students share their favorite choice with a partner. When they compare their structures, they will all be unique and different. Once again, these conversations help students see that writing is a choice, a series of decisions that create craft. Next, let's talk about sentence imitation. It's basically exactly as it sounds. You look at a beautifully written sentence and you create your own version that mirrors its structure and rhythm. Tip: this works best when students already have a piece of writing completed. It could be something simple and casual like a free write or writer's notebook journal entry, or it could be something a little more formal they've been working on to turn in for assessment. For the purpose of this video, my student and I filmed our writer's notebook entry. For the prompt, I read a children's book called Good News, Bad News by Jeff Mack, and then we wrote for 10 minutes. Now let's walk through the steps of imitation. All you need is one sentence that excites you. Have your students pull out a piece of their own writing and then show them the sentence you would like them to imitate. This is yet another sentence I've pulled from Marisha Pessel's Darkly. I really like this one because it is short, powerful, and dramatic. Students can imitate the author's use of colons and internal dialogue. Then, step 2. Ask them to find a place in their writing where they can try it. Remind them that this is not about copying ideas or words, but mirroring the sentence's rhythm and style. Here is another opportunity for you to model in front of your students. Let them watch you find a place to put your imitation in your previously written piece, and then mirror it. I chose to place my imitation at the end. Now allow some time for your students to try an imitation on their own. Then, after a few minutes, have them share with a partner. Remember, in the beginning this may take them a little bit longer, and that's all right. Tell them to be patient with themselves. My student found a place in the middle of his writing passage to add his new imitation. And there you go. 3 short, simple, and effective writing exercises you can use with your students regularly to increase their sentence fluency. And they only take about 5 to 10 minutes in the beginning of each class period. These exercises might sound basic, but trust me, when you do them regularly, they change how you see language. This kind of sentence play helps students see that it takes practice to write like their favorite authors. There's no single right way to write a sentence, and sentence structure creates meaning and power. Remember, give yourself and your students some time to practice with these exercises. At first, they may seem forced and uncomfortable, but over time, this kind of play with sentences becomes second nature. Your students will get braver and experiment with their own writing, and hopefully, they will start to feel that they are real writers. Watch them take risks, watch their writing improve, and see their confidence soar. So, how can YA Lit Sidekick help you use this in your classroom? Well, for every book review I write, I will include standout sentences and sentence sets that you can use for imitation and combining practice. These are real examples from books your students will love. You can find them at the very bottom of each book review post under the sentence combining and imitation section. For each book, I will include at least 3 sentence sets for combination and at least 3 sentences for imitation. Check back each week for new books and new sentences.